Astrology is an ancient science that promises answers to crucial questions. Should we believe the predictions? Or are they just coincidences? Many doubt the accuracy of astrologers, but what if there is something more behind these predictions? For example, the predictions of Grandma Vanga, whose words continue to baffle and delight. She predicted that Scorpio will not be able to spend as much money as they receive. Puzzling, isn't it? So is this just a coincidence, or an important warning for all Scorpios? Let's break it down. Grandma Vanga is a name that has become synonymous with prophecy. She was born in 1911 in Bulgaria and from childhood showed unusual abilities. Being blind, she had a unique intuition and could predict events with amazing accuracy. Vanga not only predicted world events, but also gave advice to people on love, health and, of course, finances. One such prophecy was her prediction for Scorpio: he won't be able to spend as much money as he gets. Why exactly did this prediction interest people? We will find the answers later, but one thing is clear: Vanga knew more than we can imagine. Mystical prediction for Scorpio: will not be able to spend as much money as he gets. Will not be able to spend as much money as he gets is a mysterious and surprising prediction. Why exactly for Scorpio? What does it mean? Literally, it says that Scorpio will get so much money that they won't be able to spend it all. Why? Perhaps he will be paralyzed by choice, or he will have a hard time finding a worthy use for them. For Scorpio, money is not just a way to live comfortably. They become a symbol of power, control, and transformation. This sign often goes through profound changes, from crisis to prosperity, from poverty to wealth. When abundance comes to him, Scorpio can become trapped in the trap of overchoice. He may be too cautious or lose interest in the material, preferring to focus on the spiritual or profound. Why spend money if there is no inner need for it? The astrological characteristic of Scorpio and money. Scorpio is a water sign, which symbolizes emotions, depth and unpredictability. For him, money is not just a means, but an energy that requires transformation. Unlike other signs who may spend on pleasure, Scorpio uses money to achieve higher goals. But when he unexpectedly receives a large income, he may experience paralysis of choice. He is not used to easy money and often doesn't know how to apply it. Scorpio is prone to hoarding and does not spend money thoughtlessly. His problem is not in the lack of desire, but in the difficulty of finding a use for these funds. Why Scorpio? This sign is associated with karma and transformation. Money for him is an instrument not only of material wealth, but also of inner strength. Sometimes Scorpio is so focused on spiritual goals that material goods lose importance for him. Vanga's prediction may indicate the moment when money becomes only a catalyst for change, not a source of happiness. Financial characteristics of Scorpio, character and karmic prediction. Why Scorpios often face financial difficulties or unexpected income? This is a question that always arouses interest, because in the fate of Scorpio money plays a special role. The complexity and inconsistency that accompany his life are directly related to this sign. Scorpios have a deep inner energy, and money for them often becomes not just a means for survival, but a tool to express their strength and ambition. And this is where the game begins. If everything is given too easily, it can cause an internal struggle, and if the opposite, difficult, it can be a challenge that requires determination and overcoming. Scorpio is not a person who will live by the principle of money comes and goes. For him, money is a test of strength, it is a karmic test. If money comes too quickly, he may begin to doubt its true value, and if it comes with difficulty, he will have to learn to accept these challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth. Scorpios often go through periods of financial downturns. Why? Because they must learn to let go, to not cling to material things so that they can then rise again from the ashes. They can go through moments of need, loss to realize the value of not only material goods, but also the inner strength that will always help to restore the financial situation. At the same time, Scorpio can suddenly receive a large sum of money, and this often happens at the most unexpected moments. Fate as if giving him a chance, but this chance will always be associated with a karmic lesson, to learn how to dispose of wealth without losing inner harmony. Features of Scorpio's behavior in relations with money: accumulation, frugality, desire for luxury. Scorpio is not inclined to throw money around. He always seeks to accumulate funds, not so much out of fear of poverty, but out of a desire to maintain control and be ready for unexpected situations. Hoarding is a way to provide himself with security and flexibility for future changes. That said, saving is not always linked to a lust for wealth. Scorpio can save money in order to invest it in projects that will bring not only financial gain, but also inner satisfaction. Scorpio also seeks luxury, but not for show. Luxury for him is a symbol of status, power and success. He prefers quality over quantity and will carefully choose what to spend money on, controlling every purchase. Thriftiness is another important trait. Scorpio does not like to spend money unnecessarily, but if it is related to his career or personal growth, he will not skimp. For him, money is a means to accomplish goals, not a way for him to enjoy shopping. Influence of planetary transits on Scorpio's financial situation this month. Transits of Venus and Saturn have a strong influence on Scorpio's financial situation this month. Venus activates the financial aspects, increasing his attraction for money. This is a time when Scorpio can generate income thanks to his charisma and ability to manage situations. However, it is important to remember that this good fortune may be short-lived, and it is worth avoiding excessive fascination. Saturn, on the other hand, brings restrictions and requires Scorpio to take a more cautious and systematic approach to finances. Saturn's influence forces difficult decisions for long-term stability, warning of the risk of loss if Scorpio gets too carried away with fast money or risky transactions. Thus, the current transits create a tense but rewarding atmosphere. The key is to strike a balance between risk and long-term strategy. The real situation: Scorpio's financial trends this month. This month promises significant changes in Scorpio's financial situation, thanks to powerful aspects of the planets. The transits of Mars, Venus and Jupiter are worth paying special attention to. Mars activates the desire for greater success, but can lead to impulsive and risky decisions, especially in the middle of the month. Scorpio should beware of the lure of quick gains and stay cautious. Venus in harmony with Jupiter will bring success in personal investments and partnership projects. This is a good time to improve your financial situation, but it is important to avoid rash spending and stay within reason. Jupiter creates a good aspect for long-term successes, but overestimating your strengths can lead to over-optimism and risk-taking. Twists of fate are possible, especially in the form of unexpected cash receipts. The main thing is to be prepared for the unexpected and to act wisely. Psychological and financial aspect: how Scorpio better plan their expenses and income. The psychological side of finances for Scorpio this month is closely related to his emotional state. It is important for him to keep harmony, avoid temptations and big spending. Instead of hoarding, he should invest in promising projects and take practical steps to improve his financial situation. This is not the time for impulsive purchases. Scorpio is advised to make a clear financial plan, consider all sources of income and expenses, and build a strategy that will help conserve resources and avoid overloading. Tips for Scorpio on how to avoid waste if Vanga's prediction does come true. If Vanga's prediction comes true and Scorpio does find himself in a situation where his income exceeds his ability to spend it, there are some important steps to take to avoid falling into the trap of overspending. Maintaining balance: Scorpio needs to be prepared for money to come in, but it's important to learn how to manage it properly. The very first step is to forego impulse purchases and learn to set aside money for more important purposes. Invest in long-term projects. It's time to put money into more stable and promising projects. This could be investing in real estate, business development, improving your skills or upgrading your qualifications. The key is to allocate funds wisely. Creating a financial reserve. If money comes hard or unexpectedly, it is important to immediately allocate a part for unexpected expenses and create a financial safety cushion. Work with the psychology of consumption. Scorpio needs to learn to control his desires, so as not to succumb to the temptation to show everyone his success through unnecessary purchases. Let him use his money for the things that really matter. What do Vanga's predictions mean for our perception of money? Vanga's predictions about money have two key aspects, mystical and rational. Mystically, money is not always a good thing. For Scorpio, they can be both a source of happiness and a karmic lesson. The key is inner balance and the ability to use one's resources wisely. Rationally, her prediction reminds you to control your finances, avoid waste and make decisions with the future in mind. Astrology and folk prophecies help you realize that money is not an end, but a means to harmony and success. Predictions teach Scorpio to manage their finances without giving in to temptation. Belief in predictions can be a source of both confidence and doubt. It is important for Scorpio to use predictions as a guide, but to act on real decisions and financial strategies. 6. Tips for Scorpio for this month. Specific money management tips for the month of predictions. For Scorpio, this month will be full of unexpected twists and turns, both in terms of finances and personal life. It is important to remain vigilant and manage money consciously so as not to fall into the trap of overspending or impulsive purchases. Some specific recommendations. Make a clear financial plan for the month. If Vanga's prediction comes true this month and Scorpio receives an unexpected financial windfall, it's important to decide in advance what the money will be used for. Do not spend it all at once. Prioritize 3 to 4 areas where you want the money to go, for example, investing in education, improving your quality of life, or long-term savings. Create a financial safety cushion. If you have more money than you expected, don't rush to spend it. Some of it is worth putting aside for emergencies or to build up an emergency fund. The more reserves you have, the calmer your financial situation will be. Be careful with large expenditures. The influence of Venus and Jupiter may awaken a desire to spend on luxuries or pleasures. This is a month when thinking before you buy becomes especially important. If you feel unsure whether something is worth buying, it's best to postpone the decision for a few days. Strategies for the best use of finances, what you should spend money on and what you should put aside. Spend on development and training. This is the perfect month to invest in your education, career and self-development. Don't be afraid to invest in courses, trainings, or buying the right literature. Scorpio, striving for self-improvement, will not only feel inner satisfaction from such spending, but also create a solid foundation for future financial growth. Home renovation or improvement. If this month brings ideas for remodeling or improving your living conditions, it's a good time to invest in real estate or buy quality furniture. If such spending will really improve your life, consider planning the costs wisely. There is no need to chase fleeting luxury, but if there is an opportunity to create coziness and comfort, take advantage of it. Don't spend on temporary pleasures. This month there will be a lot of temptations, restaurant dinners, new fashions, expensive accessories. Scorpio should learn to refuse short-term pleasures, so as not to fall victim to impulsive purchases. Instead of buying something for one day, it is better to save money or invest in something more durable. The role of intuition in financial decision-making, how to use your inner wisdom to find success. Scorpio is a sign known for its strong intuition, which often turns out to be true, especially in financial matters. If you get the gut feeling that some investment isn't worth your time or effort, listen to yourself. This is a time when intuition can help you avoid making mistakes. Sometimes it's worth pausing and letting your inner voice guide you to the right decision. Listen to your inner state. If something doesn't make you feel completely in tune with your inner you, it may not be the best time to make a deal. Scorpios are good at sensing hidden threats and opportunities, so trust your feelings, especially when it comes to big financial decisions. Use your intuition when choosing partners and colleagues. This is also an important aspect. If you are involved in collective financial projects, think about who is right for you and who is not. Delay if you have doubts about a partner's honesty. Your feelings won't let you down. Astrology and predictions can serve as helpful guides, but it's important to remember that our decisions determine our lives. This month Scorpio will not only take advantage of favorable opportunities, but also avoid temptations that can lead to unnecessary spending. Common sense and the ability to manage money rationally is the key to success. Vanga's predictions are not a verdict, but a signal to think about your financial behavior. Everything that happens in our lives depends on our choices, not external factors. Astrology and predictions are tools that help us, but we create the future ourselves. By following intuition and common sense, Scorpio can strengthen its financial stability.